Hey Virgo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your timeless tarot and oracle reading, asking the question what's coming towards you at the time of viewing this. Use your own discernment, of course. Only take what resonates. Only take what empowers you. That's what this channel is all about. And because of that, I like to pray for you. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Virgos and cross watchers alike to pray for you, simply say hi in the comments section, or even leave a little emoji, something that represents your energy that we can focus on. Lifts us up to lift you up. All right, so we're going to start with the oracle deck. This is a mudra deck. Comes with a hand gesture that like empowers the prayer, if you like to do that. See what's coming out for you. And I thank you very kindly for hitting that like button. It really helps the channel grow. I appreciate you. All right, so we start with the mudra opportunity, and it's this classic hand gesture. The affirmation goes like this: opportunity, take your chance. I wish to take my chances as they come. Use them, enjoy them, transform them. I wouldn't be surprised if you get the magician in your tarot spread. We'll find out. So this deck is pretty cool because it also correlates to the body and any physical ailments or your health. This mudra synchronizes the two halves of the brain. It activates one's memory, improves one's ability to absorb and reproduce knowledge in exam situations, for instance, and is good for the lungs as well. Every circumstance, Virgo, including the most unpleasant ones, contains within it an opening, a chance. The trick is to find and use it. I like it. It's a very active day today in the bird world. Hopefully you like that sound. All right, so we're going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. What's coming towards my Virgos? Please make it clear to me. Ooh, that's a jumpy one. Please make it clear to me. We only take the cards that fly out for you, Virgo. It's a living, breathing conversation, so I respect where they fall. That's just the way I read. If they fly out and fall in reverse, that's how I read them, okay? Boom, let's put this right there. What's coming towards my Virgos at the time of viewing this? Please make it clear what's coming towards my Virgos at the time of reading this. We start with a card, transformation. I love this already for you. So this is Temperance. The key ingredient to this transformation, right, is balance. And what's transformation, right? That's kind of like a big woo-woo word for man, you can be leaving one chapter in your life where maybe you're moving literally to a new spot, or you're changing your job, or you're taking a new interest. Maybe you're dating somebody new. All those are considered transformations. Sometimes, sorry for the big diesel trucks. This is the land of diesel trucks. Being outside means that we're exposed to all the elements. So it's also setting certain standards or certain goals, you know? So I just like to kind of give you some real world examples because, you know, in our little metaphysical world, we can kind of fall back on big general words, and that drives me crazy. As much as I love it, big general words kind of drive me crazy. Let's get specifics. All right, so I'm going to give you a general idea of where we're going here, and then we're going to unpack the storyline. We start with this transformation, and then the way I read it is it goes into depth about that. We've got some reprioritizing. We've got maybe even for some of you guys a little bit of confusion. We're going to unpack this card specifically because this is a very important one. It kind of sets in line with like the whole rest of the storyline, because we have a character here. This is somebody who's a visionary. This could be you or somebody else. Roles can be reversed, but this is somebody who's really kind of takes charge of their life with what they envision. They love things that inspire them. This is taking on the characteristics of what we would consider a fire sign, right? Enthusiasm, a spark of energy, confidence. Yeah, definitely engaging with that manifestation energy. Then we have the Ace of Cups, which is an upside down Ace of Cups. We're gonna have to find out what that means. Usually when it's right side up, it's like a beautiful offer of friendship or relationship or connection being offered to you. But when it's upside down, there's some reason that that's not coming through. So to speak of it generally, then we've got the Page of Swords, which is something you probably need more information on. So that's just a general view. Let's unpack these cards. What's the Temperance card about for me? This is about healing, recovery, recovering something, recovering from something. Some of you guys feel that you've been treading water. There's been almost a feeling of momentum, like a life ring is about to be thrown to you. And there's a sense of like, if I can hold on a little bit longer. And that indeed is happening. There is something that I feel did not go right. It didn't play out the way you expected it to. And some would even say it wasn't a success. But everything about this was meant to be, because we're getting to the Judgment card. So we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, we got to maybe revise our plans, or maybe this is a little confusing time, a little bit of juggling things around. We've got the Six of Wands upside down, which is a victory that has been delayed, basically. And then we have the Judgment card. This is, I'm going to cover up their bodies because YouTube doesn't like naked bodies. So this is actually a big leveling up. I do feel like you're going to have a life ring thrown to you. And I do feel like that this was meant to be. Why are we having the Judgment card? What does this mean for my Virgos? This might have to do with children, with family. There's a nostalgic card of the Six of Cups that flies out. And that talks about people of your past. You might be even going back into old memories. And you know how we can go back and almost change history because we've changed our perspective? So you might be gaining some perspective on past events. What's this King of Wands? I will tell you right now that whatever you're envisioning for your future, whether that's with job or with family, goals, this is coming out with the Empress card. So this is abundance. This is basically, it would be a success. Something that can start out real small can get bigger than you ever expect. My nose is itching, and that's a good sign. You are drawing to you a couple of people. You've got somebody that's really fast coming towards you with communication, something they've got to get off their chest. And this could be not just one conversation, but maybe multiples. You've got another energy that's absolutely opposite. It's a little more strategic, it's a little more careful, but when they arrive, whatever they have to offer is stable. It's a genuine, stable offer. This is the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles that I'm talking about. If for those of you who are actually making a recovery around your career somehow, these would be people who want to elevate you, who want to work with you, and are probably going to be paying you. For those of you who are more focused on your community and about recovery of yourself, your history, you're doing some self-work, all that. It's still same message. I'm just giving you different examples. These are two people who I think are going to play a big role in elevating you, in that generous abundance, this growth that you're looking at. And it's specifically growth with your vision. The Hierophant talks about, it's Taurus ruled, and it talks about kind of a set of rules, a set of belief system, or a set of commitments that you all adhere to. So this can definitely be within a work community, within a lifestyle community, but you guys all see eye to eye. And I think that your vision is being admired as one that others share. What's this Ace of Cups? Yeah, so this was a harsh ending. I think you put a lot of work into something, and there's even this sense where, excuse me, gosh, that's annoying, isn't it? There's a sense where there was this pause of reflection of like, wow, how much work you'd put into this, and even reflection on, could I have done it differently? Should I have done some things to tweak it? But I don't think you got a chance with that. Even with the Ten of Swords, this is a harsh ending in the sense that it happened quickly. It might have surprised you. So there was potential here, and it could have been creative, or it could have been a relationship potential. And I think it ended abruptly. But if you were to be honest with yourself, the 10 of Wands suggests that there was a lot of effort, there's a lot of work put into this, and it was kind of exhausting. You did everything you could. You did everything within your integrity to kind of do your part. And intuition right now, if it hasn't already, Virgo, it's going to kick in soon as a reminder and let you know this has actually all been kind of divine. This has worked out for the best. A Capricorn got a similar reading. So I'm going to make this an extended. I just want to let you know right now because I want to ask for advice. I want to unpack this further, especially because it started out so vague and now we're kind of honing in. If you like advice, if you like to go deeper into the message, that will be a link in the description box. You just have to expand it right underneath the video. All right, back to your reading. What is this Page of Swords? Okay, listen. This is a full recovery, but I'm going to give you a hint at what this possibly could be. Page of Swords talks about information that you don't quite, it hasn't evolved. You don't, tarot comes out so weird. You don't have all the information about this yet, but there is a gig or a job or a potential endeavor that could promise a great deal of money. If this isn't money, then this is a value based on your character placed on you, okay? So it's the same thing, just different context. This would actually be your meal ticket to get out of kind of a place of lack, so literally not having enough money in your bank account, or feeling isolated, alone, a sense of lack that way. It would be going from 0 to 100. And I think the trick would be getting more information on it. Tell me more about this. So let me give you a few examples. This could be like, yep, there's our magician. I told you he's going to come out. You're going to have to do something here to make it happen. So basically you're getting some breadcrumbs and it's leading you on this path, and you're thinking with your King of Wands energy of the great envisioner, an entrepreneur, this kind of an entrepreneurial spirit. You're thinking, okay, I wonder what I would have to do just to kind of close that gap, to complete the circle. So examples would include, like, seeing one of those ads, for instance, online of about a certain country that's giving, selling off cheap land in order to preserve their beautiful original architecture, and you can live there, but you'd need more information, but it just gets the wheel going. So I'm just giving you an example. I'm sure that's not what you're going through, even though it sounds very enticing, doesn't it? Yeah, I think Italy. Are there parts of Ireland? I know I've got some Irish and Italian viewers. You tell me. So very intriguing. I want to get from the Angels of Abundance, I want to get a card out on this. So what's coming through started right with the biggest message was your very first one. Opportunity, take your chance. I wish to take my chances as they come, use them, enjoy them, transform them. And this is all about a recovery. It seems like a recovery at first, but then you actually exceed it. This is about judgment call, judgment right here. This is leveling up. This is getting to another level. And it's funny because this Two of Pentacles over here, reprioritizing things, two came out for you. There's a lot more going on than you give it credit for. When you're doing this juggling right here, it's you reflecting on something that didn't work out. And it's actually a really important part of the process. It sets you up for this King of Wands, this part of your character that grows the vision, that has the confidence. And that's when things start to pop off. We have positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences, Virgo, and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. And then we have gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now, Virgo? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. It's got magician energy all over it. It's exciting. I'm happy for you. I'm going to go on over to the extended. If this is where I leave you, thank you so much for joining me. Please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. Mwah. Bye-bye.